Hi all, Martin here, Man City Fan TV. How are we all doing? Wednesday afternoon, yes. Getting over that midweek hump. Hope you're all good. Anyway, let's make sure that's making sure everything's running smoothly. And then we'll crack on. I just want to make sure everything's open and running. It looks fine. So let's begin. I'm making sure your comments are coming through, right? Because we've slightly just changed a couple of things on the comments. Yeah, they're coming through fine. So Leonard's on. Afternoon, everyone. Hope you're good, Leonard, mate. Hope you're having a good week so far. Jack Lee's on. Good evening, mate. Tom's on. Tom, stroke Gary. You all know who Tom is. Comes on the Friday Night Social. Talks a lot of rubbish, but he comes on the Friday Night Social. Stays up way past his bedtime. Says evening to everyone though. Why are you wearing my Villa top? This is actually a burnt orange jumper. Burnt orange is the technical term to it. It's burnt orange. So do I look like a Villa fan to you? Thought I was a Chelsea fan. Kamal Dwyer's on. Hi guys, look and sound good. I know, I always look good. No I don't. Tell you, if you think I look good, you need glasses, Leonard. Tell you, my missus don't even think I look good, and she's been with me for God knows how long. So yeah, what we're going to talk about today, obviously, Carlton's on. Carl, how you doing? How's Washington, mate? Is it doing well over there? I know it's sad times at the moment, mate. Really, really sad times. I hope I don't want to get into the politics of it, but I wouldn't. It's awful what's going on over there at the moment, mate. It really is. Hope you're staying safe as well, though, mate. Burnt orange, very nice. Yes. Hi, Martin Hansen. Don't start you lot with this, Hansen guy. Kiam in good form on FIFA. Convinced it's actually Andy playing. It's not, because Andy doesn't play. Andy's son plays, and he plays very well. Andy then pretends it was him playing and videos himself playing when it's really his son playing. We all know the trick. That was a nice introduction, mate. Appreciate that. Yeah. Chaos. I can imagine it is, mate. I can imagine it's just awful. It's awful. There's protesting and then there's what's going on. And obviously, in my opinion, but the clown you've got in charge of the country is not helping either, is he? You look like a burnt orange in Tenerife. Don't get me started. I've been on the phone to Jet 2 all morning, and that was a nightmare. I've had one of them days today. Yeah. Jet 2 are just not their fault. It's the advice they're getting. It's not good at the moment. Because if I want to rebook next year, my holiday's gone up by nearly £1,500. Thank you very much, everyone. Martin still salty losing to Ander. Yeah. Feel sorry for you, Carl. Yeah. Blue Heart's on. Blue Heart, how are you doing? Always miss you when you're not on, mate. That cheesy vlog was a treat indeed. It was. Absolute super fella. Absolute salt of the earth gent. Big Blue. You heard what I thought about him. And I did say to you on Monday, we had a bit of a treat coming up for you all. Just to look out for it. Can't beat a nice trip to Tenerife, Chris. Yeah, I really don't want to go with the information. You all think I want to go. I don't. Will Pep eventually manage Spain? I'm going to get into that nip-on. Afternoon Blues, Mark the Blue. Right. First thing I'm going to talk about is we're going to talk about the Premier League. I've set out their rules and regulations, and the Premier League is going to look very, very different in this Project Restart, which I will go into. Why the tagline thumbnail was New League, because it's going to feel like a new league, because it's certainly not the league we ended with in March. Certainly not. I'm lucky that I'm still going on holiday in July as Haven Park's open 2 weeks prior. Yeah, that's the thing. I regret not having a bit of a staycation rather than a vacation abroad. But at the moment, the advice is I'm going. Because I even said, well, there's these quarantine things coming in. And Jet 2, the advice they're getting is this quarantine may not even be in effect by them. But that's them. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not talking about that because I don't know anything about it. So there we go. I'm good, Martin. Cheers. I don't want to give anyone advice and then they follow me because that's certainly something I'll never do. Has Martin spoken to you? Has Martin spoken to you today? I hope he has. He's me. Yes, me and Andy have had a chat today. It's cooled down and started raining. I love it. Talk about integrity. I know. Just absolute joke. Absolute joke. By the way, do you like the new comment layout? Looks nice, clear. You can see everything 20 miles south of the Carnarvon. Oh, very nice. Very nice indeed. Or how do you say it? Is it Carnarvon? I think it is. Something like that. Right. Football has become a joke to Rich's pockets. Yeah, if you go back, you haven't watched that cheesy vlog interview I did on Monday. Came out on Tuesday morning. Yeah. Cheesy and me give our exact thoughts on it. Absolute joke. It's just, yeah, there's nothing more we can do. Right, but what we're going to do is, first thing, we're going to talk about, oh, where's it gone? There it is. Thought all my images had disappeared then. The Premier League, as we know, is coming back. Now, this is in the Daily Mail. It was in the Mail Online earlier this morning by Mike Keegan for the Mail Online, saying that the Premier League's new look revealed. Now, we're just going to have 300 people allowed into the stadiums, no more. Press conferences are going to be done by video call, and VAR staff at Stockley Park are going to be spread out across different rooms. And then I'll go into, it's in Wales. I know where it is, mate. I know where it is. Sportsmail, it says Sportsmail can exclusively reveal the Premier League slimmed down plans. A maximum of 300 people will be allowed into the stadiums at one time. Managers will hold their press conferences via video call and not in person. And the VAR officials are going to be in different rooms, and teams can have 20 players maximum in total. So there we go. This was all set out on Tuesday night when the Premier League sent out its first draft of protocols for each stadium to its clubs when the competition returns later this month on the 17th of June, as we all know, which will kick off with the Arsenal versus Manchester City little tie. Football is back, Ryan Corrie. Whoop, whoop. Indeed. Indeed. Didn't he play for Leicester? So, there's going to be 20 players per club, 18 in the squad and 2 on standby. 12 members of medical staff and the coaching staff. There is only going to be allowed 10 directors and executives from each club. So you're only going to allow 10 executives from City, and there'll be 10 executives from the opposition club. That's it. Now, it could be directors, your chairmen, whatever. So you think Soriano, Tixie, you've got Caldoon, and then whoever else. I would rather have football than no football. I'm very cold about it, Ming Yuang. I'm going to do it, and I promise I'm going to do watch along, but that's it. Wilfred. Why are you mentioning Wilfred? Right, it goes on to say, this outlines proposals for pre- and post-match press conferences to be held via video conferencing platform, and the plans would also see a substantial reduction in the levels of media present. The host broadcaster will be allowed 98 staff only allowed inside the stadium and 75 off-site. While that does seem a big group, it is well down on the normal numbers, which are usually into 3 figures. Well, 98 is pretty much nearly 3 figures the last time I checked. No, no. A maximum of 25 written press people will be allowed in. The Premier League productions will be allowed 23 workers, while there will be 15 international commentators. And the BBC, should they not be showing the live game, the BBC are not showing the live game, they will be allowed 2 people inside the venue. Tom says, be interesting to see if all our behind-the-scenes staff will be allowed there. Might not be. 4 doping control officers would be among the others permitted, along with 6 opposition scouts, 1 from each of the next 3 sides those playing are set to face. 2 press officers from each club would also be present, and sources have said that the guidelines do seem fair, but may well cause issues, especially among clubs with large numbers of staff. Leonard says, so all this means football has become a heuristic tournament after all, yeah. Leon, hope you're good, buddy. Half of the people who say they want football back as soon as possible probably don't even go to any of the games. Tom Hudson goes to the games, Leon. Goes to the games all the time. Got a season ticket. Has been for ages, to be honest. So, it goes on. This is quite a big document. So, there may also be issue with the media. Around 60 written press, for example, would be expected at the top matches under normal circumstances. Under the match day operations plan, which faces, this is all going to be voted in on tomorrow, Thursday, the stadiums will be split into 3 areas. Red, which relates to the pitch and the tunnel area, which is going to be a permitted maximum of 105 people, which includes players, officials, everything, coaching staff. An amber zone, which relates to the stadium bowl itself, has been proposed, along with a green zone, which covers outside areas such as the coach parks, and around 300 people will be allowed to attend in total, although that remains to change. So that is where we're at the moment. Leon, I go City home and away. I've told you that. I was told him that, Tom. Players will have to travel individually and can't travel no more than 90 minutes. No, Ming Yuang, that's going to be for the pre-season friendlies. They're going to do pre-season friendlies. And they've said they're allowed to do pre-season friendlies, but they're only going to be allowed to travel 90 minutes maximum to go to the game wherever they're going to. I think Newcastle have got an exception to the rule because they are so way north of everybody else. I'm not sure they can go to places like obviously London or places like that. So they can't play like Leyton Orient or QPR. They can't do that. Only missed Arsenal and Everton away this season because of hospital appointments. In my opinion, football always been the best sports with the fans in the stadium. Sorry, but true. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad it's back in a way. I wish we'd have waited until we could have got, like Cheesy said, why couldn't we wait to get fans in? Because if they're talking the FA Cup final in 3 weeks later, having 20,000 people in Wembley with 10,000 from each club, why couldn't they wait another 2 or 3 weeks and got fans in? That's all I'm saying. Okay, sorry Thomas, doing some of the armchair fans. We don't have any fans, remember that, guys. No fans. Armchair supporters City. So yes, Ming Yuang, that's where the 90 minutes comes in. It's just for the pre-season friendlies. They're going to have to travel more than 90 miles because City have got to play Brighton to begin with. They've got to go down to Brighton. And that's more than 90 minutes away. Trust me, that's more than 90 minutes away. I've done it. That is a whole long journey. Fair enough, mate. There's lots of armchairs fans. I can agree with you on that one. There is loads of armchair fans. You ever met anyone called Kiam? Always an armchair fan. Him. Chris Baker, he's another armchair fan. Andy's another armchair. I'm only joking, they're not really. As you know, Andy goes to the games. Kiam can't, because he lives in Canada. You've got to be committed to get a flight over from Canada all the time. Armchairs home and away, yeah. So I'm only joking. They're not really armchair fans. Before anyone picks up on it and, runs off. Right, the next story we're going to do is... let's talk about this man. Riyad Mahrez. The guy who has found, when he joined Manchester City, a little bit of a struggle. And there's a piece today in the MEN. He's done an interview. And he's opened up on how he found joining Manchester City to be a little bit of a struggle in the beginning. Imagine watching football in an armchair bed. You're always in bed. If there was a sponsored sleepover, you'd win it hands down, yeah. Sponsored never get out my bed. Right, so this was done by Joe Bray earlier this morning, and it goes on to say, Kiam lives in Vancouver so he doesn't go to games often. No. Oh my god, it's the GOAT. Don't start, you sarcastic boy. Talking about me. I know. I look like a GOAT. Trust me. I live in Portland, Oregon. Tried to go twice a year with my dad. Good man, Eric. So I say, hey, Kiam comes over. Kiam came over for the... Who did we play at home? Was it Sheffield United? Kiam's not on, he's working. Sheffield United. Kiam and his wife came over, met them. Lovely people. Because I've only spoken to Kiam over Skype and everything else that we do on here. I haven't actually met the guy in person because obviously I'm not going to go and meet him in Canada. I think it's good that he's been honest. I think he's taken a turn in the right direction. He was in good form before all this. Yeah. Oh, I'll come back to something in a moment. No, Viva Mahrez. Right, so Riyad Mahrez has accepted his form at the start of his Manchester City career was not good enough, but insists he's more confident of a player after overcoming his initial struggles. Not quite signed. I'm not doing... No. You mentioned Sane, Chris Baker, training with the kids. I'm not having it. I'm not falling for it today. If you've noticed, I'm not even going to mention Sane today. Not doing it. Mahrez joined City from Leicester in 2018, as we know, for a record fee at the time for 60 million, but obviously Rodri has beaten that now. But found himself third choice on the wing behind Sterling and Leroy Sané. The Algerian did make 44 appearances in all competitions, but just 26 of those were actually starts, and 16 of those saw Mahrez complete just the 90 minutes. 90 minutes. Can't get my words out today. Leonard, sorry, hi, what's the main topic, Joe? We just talked Premier League restart. You'll either have to watch it back or I'll recap it at the end because it's a good 10 minutes talk and I don't want to... Excuse me, I've got hiccups now. And so, sorry Joe, I do apologise. Watch it back or I'll go through it at the end for you. Oh, he's on. I was hoping he wasn't on. Thought you had work to do. Get your work done, you. I don't think the penalty miss against Liverpool didn't got him on the good. Didn't get him on the good cards. You mean good side, Leon? You mean friendlies with fans are more interesting than football without fans. You just said Sane 4 times. Tom, who's better, Gabby or Sane? I'm not answering. No, I'm not. Right, moving on. I'm not doing it. Right. So, reflecting on a turbulence wise choice. Stop it, you. No man wise choice, Tom. Reflects on his turbulent season. Mahrez accepted that his struggles for game time was fair, so he accepted he didn't deserve to play as much as he did, and he discussed his form with Sky Sports. At City, the team is built to win every game. We tried to win everything we're playing for, Mahrez said. Who would be asking that question right now? I've just tuned in. It is indeed Andy, mate. Last year, when I arrived, this is Mahrez, by the way, quotes. Last year when I arrived, the manager trusted me and believed in me, but I didn't make the difference as quick as they thought I would. At a club like City, they don't have time to wait because we have 20 players, top players. I was on the bench and the other players were performing, so it was difficult for me to come back. Then more towards the end of the season, I came back, I played good, and I started the season differently. Now, when he played me, I was performing, so the confidence is here. Mahrez has enjoyed more playing time this year, in part due to the injury suffered by Sane, obviously back in August, and he needs one more goal or assist to equal his tally from last season, having played 37 times. Rumour has it Sane's changed his mind. No, I'm not doing it. He has talked about also how Leicester City and Manchester City are a little bit different and he had to get used to that as well. He went on to explain, when I arrived at City, Manchester City that is, I noticed how everyone sits back, so you have to think differently. You have to deal differently with your opponent. And in my case, the left back, because he's always in front of me. They always have help around him with a midfielder or the winger, so you have to change your play and your movement. You have to adapt to this. It took me a little bit of time to adjust, but now I feel I'm set up very well. So that was a little bit of Riyad Mahrez and why he's all been honest, why he struggled at the start of his City career. You said the yes one. I'm not doing it. Mahrez isn't going to take City to the next level. Why? Talking former Premier League Player of the Year here, mate. Leonard, come on. Have a bit of faith. Have a bit of faith. Right, what should we go to next? Because I don't want to get into the big Mahrez debate because a lot of you are not happy with him. So I like him personally, and I thought he was treated shockingly by City fans last year. Someone could sign a lifetime contract, and I would still say he's joining Bayern in the summer 10 years down the line. I'm not talking about it. Let's go and have a look at the news today. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to have a big sign up when it happens that says, "Told you so." You wait and see. Someone might have to shave his head. Right, let's go to this. Where am I going to? Let's try this. Pep Guardiola's brother has talked about how his dream is to manage a national side. And that's according to his brother. Pep Guardiola does have a dream to coach a national side according to his brother, and the ex-Barcelona boss has previously said he would be unlikely to coach Spain. 49-year-old, currently under contract at City until 2021. Just imagine the scenes we scored at Anfield. Sterling, Aguero, Mahrez is very good front line. Phil was a bit no. I'm going to talk about that, Blue Art. Stay with me. I'm going to talk about Phil Foden, and I can't defend him. Then Gabby and Bernardo's backups. Yeah. Right, well, this again is in the Mail Online. And it says, obviously, it goes on to say, Pep Guardiola's managed Bayern Munich, Barcelona, City. He's 49 years old and he's only got a year left at City. Martin thinks he's the only person on the planet who thinks certain somebody might go to Bayern. I'm not saying his name. Do you know, you remember them swear boxes people used to have? Where if you swore, you'd put a pound in or whatever. I think we need to have a Sane box. So anytime me or Andy or anybody on here says the S word, they put a pound in a box and we give that to the tackle from Manchester. Just an idea because I don't want to talk about it. Right, his brother Pere insists he will not be there forever at City, as we know, and has spelled out his sibling desire to have a crack at the national team management one day. That would likely be a nation outside of his birth too, given Guardiola's vocal support for the Catalonian independence. Indeed, the City boss himself has previously ruled it unlikely that he would ever take charge of Spain, but the door is still open to take charge of other countries such as Brasilia. Wants to go and get a Brazilian, does old Pep. Some of you will get that, some of you will not. Bit of blue for the dads. He has had a contract on the table. I'm not doing it. I've said it's saying no. Mate, you're going no. Spain, Catalonian, think you blocked the way for Pep. What do you think? Yeah, well, that's what I think. This is what the articles just said, Blue Art. I think because he's so strong on his Catalonian independence, don't think he'll ever take up the Spain job. Don't know who can replace a certain somebody. Are we allowed to say, right, no, not doing it. Not doing it. Because I'm not going, you know, it was 45-minute scene we had to cut out on Friday night because of this. Trust me. Right, so Pep's brother goes on to say, Brazil has won everything with Brazilian coaches. I think you have good coaches. You don't have to have only foreigners, his brother told Globo Esporte. Pep has a dream of coaching a national team someday, but we'll see how it goes. It is not something for the present. Guardiola will move into the final year of his current City contract next season, which expires in 2021. Although he has not ruled out extending the deal beyond then. So, that's what Pep Guardiola's brother said. To have only foreigners, his brother told. I'm playing myself back there, because I've got two things open, sorry. Nobody out there right now, Chris. Maybe Sancho, but can't see City spending 100 million on him. No. Martin is going Bayern. Heard it from the Sun, yeah. He's blue. Free certain somebody. Andy's singing a certain somebody. Free Roy or somebody. Who's Free Roy? Who's Roy? Do you know him? Do you want him freed? Jadon Sancho back at City. Says Ming Yuan. I got on the level 3 course in college. We're not going back. We've been messed about. My tutor sent me an email saying I'm on level 3. Yeah, well done, mate. I did tell you weren't going back. Martin's off to Bayern. Heard he hasn't signed a new contract from Amanda. Contract? Yeah. Did we have a buyback clause for Sancho? Andy's got a buyback clause on me. He's going to United like Raheem. I'm going to talk about that as well. Ryan, Sancho is overrated, says Carl. You and Kiam. These stateside and Canadians are on the same side here with this. Well, adopted Canadian in Kiam's case. Right, the next thing I'm going to talk about this, because Blue Out's mentioned it. Somebody's been a bit of a naughty boy. Whoa, that was a trip. That was a trip. Right, somebody's been a bit of a naughty boy. And I'm afraid I'm going to find it hard to defend him here. I didn't slip up. I said, are you talking about some Roy? I said, some Roy. Roy. It's like teaching my kids at school, this. Phonics. Sound. So don't give me 40p. I put about 20 quid in the 40p buyback now I get you, right? It's a bit harsh, you know, on Sancho. Right, so Phil Foden, as you know, is going to be spoken to because he was a little bit of an incident on Formby Beach at the weekend. How's he got onto Formby Beach to begin with? Chris, it's because somebody has hair. Sterling, Aguero, Mahrez, they're on fire. Mistake from Pep if he will not start them. Mr. Overrated himself. Who Foden? Carl, don't be naughty. This is you with Tom Davies that you raved about for 5 years. Phil was very naive, stupid, in fact, especially as he had his little kid with him. Walcott is good, but not sure if he fits the City squad. Walcott. Another clown like Walker club should rollick him. Create a PayPal for the S word. Ming Yuang, I'm joking. Walcott is shocking. Right, Man City are going to remind Phil Foden of responsibilities after the youngster was caught flouting the government guidance on social distancing. Foden, who turned 20 last week, was spotted on Formby Beach playing football with other members of the public and posing for photos with them while not keeping a 2-metre distance that the UK government has instructed. I'm going to give him a viewpoint on this in a moment, but if you're going to have a go at Phil, you might as well have a go at the other 2 million outside as well, because, yeah, I'm going to come to it in a minute. No, I'm not defending him. He's been stupid, but him and Walker, 2 totally different areas for me. One was way up there, and one was there for me. Sorry. And that's not because I like Foden and defending him, because they've both been stupid, but you cannot compare Walker with Foden. Not a chance. Not a chance. Hang on, let me see where the comments are. You said sort of Walcott, City, Mingy Wong. Tom Davies is God. No, he's not. You'd think they'd stop being so stupid, given that what Pep and Arteta have been through. Exactly. Should have stuck with golf, Carl. No, Carl, it's not me. You had it right first. Leon, me and Ming Yuang are having a little joke. You mean golf? Walcott for certain. Somebody is City going to fight for top 6. Everyone having a go at those people. Just replace the O with a goof. Andy, you caught me out there, pal. No, he meant guff. Right. Anyway, right. So he got caught having a kickabout on Formby Beach. How he's got onto Formby Beach, I do not know. Because they were queuing for miles over at Formby Beach. People were dumping cars just to get down there. So, as well as that breach, Foden also risked injury with a spontaneous kickabout. The club will speak to the player to remind him of what is expected, but will not be investigating further and handing out any punishment as the youngster continues to train with Pep Guardiola and the first team squad ahead of the resumption of the Premier League in 2 weeks' time. And as we know, Foden's teammate Walker did something a bit different. But yeah, Phil Foden, has he been a stupid boy? Yes, of course he has. Completely different to Foden, and here's my take on it. They're both silly, so get that right out now. They're both silly. The problem is, the rules were totally changed by the time Foden had done this. It had all been relaxed down. If you're going out, hardly anybody's observing this 2 metre rule. I'm watching it with my own eyes. You know, I went to work on Monday with over 100 people. So, yeah, it's really hard. You've got to remember, Phil Foden's going to play football with a load of people, tackling and everything else in a week or so. So, I'm not saying it's an excuse, but I'm sorry, I will not have the compare between Walker and him. Walker had ladies of the evening around when it was on complete lockdown, yeah? And then he travelled how many miles to go and see people when you were still not allowed out at that point, really, except for going and have local exercise. And he's travelling to see his sister in Sheffield or wherever it was. Big difference. Tom Davies, Ronaldo, Chop City, okay then. I think Richarlison is a good replacement for Aguero in the future. I don't, it'd be too much money. Some footballers are really struggling with the guidelines. What are the guidelines now, no, Leonard? Because these guidelines have gone so stupid now, they have. You've got to remember, we are virtually going back to normal as we're speaking. The economy's opening. Everything's going back to normal. I don't agree with it, but this is what the government have now done. Of course, they won't. Club has no bottle. If Pep recruit player in the same position as Foden means better for Foden to go for loan. Yeah, maybe. I have said that, damn it. Joe Smith don't want any more Everton rubbish. Was listening to Mike Sweeney earlier on Radio Manchester. Went to the traffic and travel news. 4 to 5 Qs were all about McDonald's around yeah, exactly. Foden should have been, says if nobody's ever had a McDonald's. Foden should have been out on loan this season, as Pep clearly didn't have plans for him if not to go on loan for the past 2 years. It's only a headline filler. Are they opening a McDonald's soon in Manchester? I think they're all opening now, aren't they? People like rank food for some reason, and well, the queue near me was a long queue. I swear half the country don't know how to cook. Phil acted like one of the brain dead he deserves talking to. I agree, Blue Art in a way, but it's totally different than Kyle Walker. Look at the guidelines. You can't compare the guidelines. The guidelines are completely different now. Martin, you have got to have common sense, mate. You know. Not one thing from the government that says you can reduce too many. It'll just... yes, I understand that. I get that. But there's now talk of that being reduced now. There's now talk of the 2 metre rule being reduced. Because workplaces are struggling to keep the 2 metre distance rule. You know, it's so hard at the minute because the government are just sending... you go out. Look what people are doing. The police have already said the police cannot... They cannot police this situation anymore. They can't do it. They're finding it in... There is no confusion in the guidelines. There is, but I'll speak to you about that privately. Because there is, there is confusion on it. Sorry, but there is. I don't want to get into a big debate on this now, but there is. So, I don't want to go into a big debate on it now. Should be fine. Nah, don't agree with it. No, don't agree with that, Ryan. Don't agree with that. He probably will be rollocked, but I'm not now. Maybe I'm being soft, I don't know. Right, I'm coming off the Phil Foden situation. I think Boris said you can be one bribe with your friends. I don't know. I'm not going into the politics of it. Right, the next thing I'm going to talk about is this, Garcia. And we have, as you saw yesterday, there was reports that Barcelona were interested in re-signing Eric Garcia. There isn't. The 2 metre rule has always been there, simple as. I'm not getting into it now. I'm not getting into it. Martin, common sense is the key to everything. I'm not getting into it. because there's no point in me getting into it. I'm not doing it on here. Right, Eric Garcia's progress at Man City since signing from Barcelona in 2017 has not gone unnoticed by his former club. City are facing renewed pressure to keep hold of defender Eric Garcia and I fell then. Leaning and my arm disappeared. That'll be on the outtakes. I'll edit that out in a bit. I can't edit it out. It's live vlog. Riyad Mahrez. Marino, who is Riyad Mahrez? Don't. So, apparently Barcelona are after Eric Garcia. It was seen by both clubs as a significant coup when the Blues were able to sign Garcia in 2017, given the player was rated so highly in the La Masia Academy. After a year getting used to the demands of English football, teenager Garcia starred under Pep Guardiola's gaze, or stared should I say, not starred, stared, under Pep Guardiola's gaze in the first team tour of the United States in 2018. And had made his senior debut by December of that season after overcoming an injury that kept him out of the opening months of the campaign. City's manager continues to be impressed by the 19-year-old, having likened him to Sergio Busquets, and regularly praising the defender's maturity and lack of mistakes. Barcelona, though, have not given up hope of tempting Garcia back to the club, and City, where many of his friends and family still reside. No point, mate, getting into it. As it's, I know the rule is there, but I'm not getting into it. I'm not doing it. Let's move on. You are right, Lenny, but the same stupid people out there. I'm not saying that there isn't a 2 metre rule. I'm not saying there isn't. I'm just saying that people break it all the time, and there's different reasons why you're breaking it. There's no news on a certain somebody. People are so dumb nowadays. Oh yeah, there is news. Apparently he's agreed to go. Everything's agreed but the fee, apparently. There you are. But they're just paper talk. People are so dumb nowadays about social distancing. What's the point in telling them? We're already back to normal. Have you been outside? We're virtually back to normal. Right, where am I? I'm losing me. Crack here. No team in football, so Foden okay. There are thoughts to be encouraged by the fact a new contract at the Etihad beyond this deal that runs out in 2022 has not been announced. This is what Barcelona... So Barcelona are encouraged on the fact that there is no contract negotiations in the works right now. And because he's only got 2 years left in his contract, Barcelona think there is a chance. But apparently City have come back and said there is no chance at all of Eric Garcia going to Barcelona. So they have completely poured cold water all over it with a very big hose. I've never heard of Mahrez. Sounds bad. Don't talk daft, JT. No, he'll be okay when he's playing football, JT. He's not okay now. I've said he's stupid. But it's like I went somewhere at the weekend and I had to go through a queue. I can't 2 metre distance to walk through a queue. When I go to Morrison's, the aisles are not 2 metre wide. So, I understand this is what I'm saying. The 2 metre rule is there, yes. But you go to a supermarket, especially Morrison's, who have very thin aisles, I cannot 2 metre distance going past somebody. So explain me that one. So I broke the 2 metre rule about 1,000 times then, just by going to Morrison's when I go shopping. Doesn't work. And that's just for my mum and my dad I'm going for. I'm out in Sonny, I'm late. Is the 2 metre... No, what is Sean? Is the 2 metre rule in the new UEFA rules on the Pacific? It's probably. Foden gets rest every few days. Those lads on the bench won't be. Andy, people like him, I probably think... Yeah, but there you go. We are back as normal, the government said. They've not said we're back to normal. They're not, Andy. They're not. I would take a photo at Morrison's. I'll take a photo of it for you. Of course the aisles are 2 metre wide. They're not. They're really not. Anyone here been to Morrison's and see if you can get 2 trolleys plus staff coming at you the other way? To tell you where I have seen it's brilliant at is B&Q. They are amazing at that 2 metre rule. Right, so we've come off Garcia. I'm losing where I'm at here. Right, a little bit of news on this. Sam, good name for those trios. Yeah, it is. Right. Little bit of news for you. That, unfortunately, the Manchester City versus Liverpool game is going to have to be moved, it looks like. And it's all happening because of the FA Cup that they're going to restart. So City's Premier League clash with Liverpool could be moved to a midweek game in order to fit in the quarterfinals and the semi-finals of the FA Cup. As we know, City are set to take on Newcastle in the last day on the weekend of June the 27th and the 28th, with the semis scheduled for July the 18th and 19th. This could see City versus Liverpool move from a weekend game, and the fixture pile-up could mean City playing 3 times in 7 days to complete the season before the proposed FA Cup final on August the 1st. Home base, right. Asda is better than Morrison's social distancing. Asda has bigger aisles, I'll give you that. Home base, I've not been in home base. Some women who worked at Morrison's had a big crush on me. I'm getting images for summer. No stock in B&Q apparently. B&Q are naughty. They're good for that, but they're naughty on the stock. I've ordered 3 things on the website. I've paid for them. And then apparently they're out of stock and I've had to wait for my money to come back. And all I'm after is a fire pit or whatever they're called. I've ordered it 3 times. Might now can people social distance where you work? That's my whole point, Carl. But my whole point. If I have a child, I've been told if a child is ill or scrapes their knee, what am I supposed to do? Sorry, you can't do it. We have a duty of care as well. So the 2-metre rule does fall down in some areas. Chris, how are you? I'm good, Carl, mate. Are you okay? There's a photo from Madison. You telling me someone is 6'6" couldn't lie down in that. I'll tell you what, I'm going to Morrison's tomorrow. No, I'm not, because I can't anymore. When next time I go to Morrison's, I will take a photo of the aisle for you. And I will show you. I promise you. Because people were complaining. They were complaining about it. So, there you go. Right, let's move on to some transfer news, because I'm having a big debate here on the 2-metre rule. Right, where are we at now? Right, here we go. As you know, City were linked with Hossam Aouar over at Lyon, the midfielder / sort of winger. And RMC Sport are reporting that yesterday evening, that Lyon still intend to sell the 21-year-old due to the lack of funds in the coronavirus that they've lost this summer. And they're seeking offers of around €50 million. So looking about 43 million pounds. Martin Osborne, do you think the ban will be overturned? No, I don't. Did you have to back to work, kids? I know parents are being sent kids. Yes, Carl, we're back in work, mate. We're back in work. Kids are not in yet, but they will be. You're 5'1" though. I am not, you cheeky devil. Andy, I'm a physical specimen. I'm 7 foot. You wish. Tesco here are doing a good job as far as concerned. You're if I could only send you training with the kids. How's my gob 5'1"? I could say something now and really make this blog blue, but that'd be bragging. Right, Andy looks taller than me. That's a lie, Carl. Right, Hossam Aouar. Now, last summer, apparently, City made a sizable offer for the French youth international, apparently so, after Pep Guardiola fell in love with the player following a pair of Champions League confrontations. But were rebuffed, with the sporting director, Juninho, ultimately convincing Aouar to remain at Olympique Lyon for another season at least. Manchester City remain present this summer, but no formal contact has yet been made. With PSG and Juventus are certainly looking at making an offer for the young Frenchman. Liverpool are also interested, but again, no direct contact as of yet. So if City want Hossam Aouar, they're going to have to move very quickly, because Liverpool, PSG and Juventus are all rumoured to be after the youngster. Andy looks taller than me. That's a lie. You're taller than Andy. Weren't you bigger than him at Wembley? My Sainsbury's are doing a very good job. That's a lie, Carl, apparently. Are you sending your kids back? My cousin is refusing. My kids don't need to go back. But no, they wouldn't be going back. Martin is training to fight for somebody. Will the WT opens July the 1st? What's WTs? Sorry, what's the WT? I'm sounding really stupid here. I don't know what WT is. What's the WT? Carl's not mine. Right, okay, then that's alright. I thought he meant my God was 5'1". On the card for the next crappy YouTuber boxing show, it'll be Martin versus somebody. I do like him. I think he's a very good player. Go back and watch my interview with Ian Cheeseman. It's not safe enough as it's to put your family's health first. Exactly. But as the problem is you've got, we have to get back as a community, as an economy as well. We've got to... The way I think with the government, it's herd immunity. That's the way they're going with it. Herd immunity, because this is going to be around for a long, long time yet. A long, long time. And what do? Do we let everything collapse? That's the problem. Martin is getting very good at deflecting banter. I've had a lot of practice. Right, my next story. My next story, not my next story. I'm going back to school in 5 days. Yep, stay safe, buddy. Listen, it won't be the same, but you'll be seeing some of your friends and you won't be stuck indoors, so that's a good thing, Sean. Think of it that way. I'm going to talk about this man. This will get Ryan all excited. Now, this. Because look who's on the screen. Haaland or Werner, which one would you rather have? Right, apparently, Manchester City could embarrass Liverpool in the transfer market, but they must act fast. As I told you the other day, Pep Guardiola is a huge admirer of Leipzig forward Timo Werner. And apparently, though, his release clause, I can't remember what his release clause was, but he's now, if Ryan's on, so Ryan will tell me he knows loads about the Bundesliga, or Tom, that he's only got 12 days left on his get-out clause. He said somebody at least 10 times, I haven't, not said it once, but why are schools going back only a month left while there is, well, it's 6 weeks, 7 weeks. 6 to 7 weeks. And it's to get them, it's for the mental health and to make sure their education doesn't suffer. Kyle is very small. Timo, Kyle loves it. £1 per somebody. Martin has to put £10 in his own swear box he created. I haven't said it once yet. So, apparently though, let's go in under. Man City have technically not lost the Premier League crown yet, but it's only a matter of time, as we know. So, one way of getting the Premier League back is by taking Liverpool's #1 target right from under their nose. Got to love last stream, Martin saying Werner was 0 chance from Liverpool or Chelsea. That's what was out there. Said before, let Pep go and sign Leipzig manager and his players. Every time you say the S word, somebody will have to donate £1. Werner is going to Chelsea. Going everywhere. Right, so Werner is 24 years old. He has 31 goals in 12 assists and just 40 appearances, which is a staggering record, including 4 goals in 4 games since the Bundesliga restart. It is no surprise that Liverpool, Chelsea and United have all been strongly linked with his signature. But according to Sky Sports News, the signature could cost £49 million, see, we've got it, for the next 12 days only until his release clause expires. So for the next 12 days, you can get Timo Werner for £49 million, which is a bargain. That's, I think, 6 or 7 million more than Aguero. City have not been heavily linked with Werner. There are plenty of valid reasons why, but we do know Pep Guardiola is a huge admirer. So, Timo Werner, is he somebody that you'd like at City? Someone you wouldn't? Carl Blundell's doing a spelling test, I think. Spelling somebody's name out there. Can't wait for City to bring out a 4th kit. 4th kit? Timo is God. Right. What I'm going to do for you now, I'm going to finish this. Oh, by the way, did you all, just while I'm here, did you all see Saul Niguez's new club? Club Costa City. He fooled everyone. City should sign Cordoba for backup. He scored 20 goals this season from headers, the amount of robots across the ball. Good, we need a good header. To be fair, in that overrated Bundesliga, everyone seems to be the best player. Werner won't go City or Liverpool, isn't guaranteed first team football. He wants first team, only Chelsea can offer it. That Man U won't even try to buy him as they want Grealish, just off the bench. When the football returns, he's going to the live watch along. I'm going to be doing him, mate. Richarlison is God. Spoke about Werner last summer, good player. Havertz and Werner would be a good duo to sign. Yeah, they would. With Houssam Aouar. Not sure Haaland would come, and Martinez looks like he's going to Barca. Yeah, apparently that Barca deal looks like it's about to be wrapped up. So, obviously the transfer window is now open. They haven't moved the transfer window. So, it sounds like deals can now be done. Get Chris Wood. Yeah. The Burnley legend of Chris Wood. Right, so let me have a look. We're going to finish with this, and this, well, I've got two things I want to finish with. But I'm going to move on to this chap. Bit of bad news for me. Apparently, in the Daily Record, it's in Sport Witness. I don't know anyone who thought Saul was going anywhere. Griezmann did the same BS thing a few years ago, just to say he was staying at Atleta. Parisio would be a tank at City. Is he like the 125th name that's been linked recently? Ruben Dias at Benfica. You all know I love him. You all know I'd love to see him at City. And apparently City were going to activate his €100 million release clause. They're not going to do it anymore. Very sad. Due to the coronavirus, City are not going to trigger any kind of release clause, and if they do want Ruben Dias, they're going to offer a lot less. This is in Sport Witness and in the Record over in Portugal. So due to the financial crisis, apparently Dias signed a new contract at Benfica last year, raising the release clause from €60 million to €100 million, and the Record says that that would not be a problem for the Premier League side, and they were days away from activating the release clause. Playing against Arsenal would be so strange. He's never 34, never happening. Who? He's like 34. Who's like 34? Who we're talking about here? Get Kevin Davis. No. Barry is so good, but people look at the pace of the game and think he's bad, but he's glue. But he's the glue to that Valencia team. Martin, Haaland or Werner? Haaland all day long. Yusuf Her, the 18-year-old lad from Leverkusen, looks good. Leonard, Danny Ings. No one is signing Haaland this summer for anything under 100 million. I'd do what Ryan said. I'd wait till the January transfer window and then get Haaland out with his release clause. Because if Liverpool or Chelsea sign Tino Werner, then they're out the running for Haaland. And if Barcelona buy Martinez, they're out the running for Haaland. So you are reducing Haaland. You're going to be looking at Real Madrid, ourselves, and Chelsea or Liverpool. Whoever doesn't get Werner will be going after him. Because I think United are going to put all their eggs in one basket and go after Sancho. Niassi has more Premier League goals than Messi. Carling, of course he does, because he's not in the Premier League as Messi. Carling, your dreams, mate. He's staying at Dortmund. We'll see. Real Madrid are getting Haaland next summer when his release clause activates. Wait, doesn't it activate in the winter transfer window? I was going to move to, there was a little bit of breaking news that came on. By then, the Premier League is gone, Martin. What, by February? Is it there? Come a bit of faith. Come on. A little bit of breaking news that came when I went live. Andy messaged me with it. That Tottenham Hotspur have had a player confirmed as a case for COVID-19. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. What's going to happen with the kits, because they don't usually change them at the end of the month. I think it'll just be delayed. mean you won't give a top club in the entire world will be in for him for that price. Not if they've signed. You're not going to sign Werner and then go and sign Haaland. It won't happen. This Nias is clearly go. No, Martin. I've read that his release clause comes into effect from January. Kai Havertz is the lad from Leverkusen. The league was gone before Christmas. Stop being negative. They've got 1 trophy to play for. We've got 4. If you include the Community Shield again. Big difference. Right, so I've done the Premier League friendlies. Yes, Tottenham have confirmed there was a positive test. So there is, thankfully, no positive test at City. They put a tweet out earlier on. It was banging about 4:30, something like that, saying this is on the Spurs official Twitter page, this, if you want to go over. So, yes, thank you to TottenhamHotspur.com on their Twitter page. It says, we've been informed by the Premier League that we have received 1 positive test for COVID-19 following the latest round of testing at our training ground. So, the Premier League can confirm that on Monday the 1st and Tuesday the 2nd of June, 1,197 players and club staff were tested for COVID-19. Of these, 1 had tested positive from 1 club, which is they're going to now self-isolate for 7 days, that we know is now a Tottenham player. Doesn't know who, though. We do not know who. I'm not going to mention the Sterling City thing, because City have just absolutely told it's rubbish. Not happening. Kai Havertz is the lad from Leverkusen. Yeah, I've done that one. Hello, lads. Lankow, you're late, mate. We're going in a minute. Blue Art, yes, Havertz is a very good player. He is. Isn't Havertz 22? He's 20. I don't know how old he is, really. We have zero need for any more like Havertz. Kai Havertz is 20, if I believe so. Havertz is a defender. I think he was 21 this month. I'll tell you what, I'll have a look. How old is Kai Havertz? Let's have a look. He was born in 99, so he is 21. 21 this year. 21 in 8 days. 20th, 11th of June, he'll be 21. There you go. Give you all the facts live here on Man City Man TV. Martin should make a diss track on somebody. MF, I'm not falling for it. Havertz is a midfielder striker. I've been at work, no problem, Lankow. Thanks, Andy. Kai Havertz a cam striker and right midfielder. He's 20, that's true. Yes, 21 in 8 days. Wish I could be 21 again. Should we resume the Prem, Martin? I missed the games, but I would rather see them live. I don't think they should resume without fans. That's my issue. I think they'd have waited 2 or 3 weeks. They might have been able to get some fans in. Imagine Havertz and Foden in midfield for the next 10 years. How do you do live streams on YouTube? Because I was going to do some of my own. Long story that, Sean. Too long to go into an air, but do City need a midfielder, by the way? Andy, I mean, Chernobyl, that isn't happening this year, mate. Martin had it. Well, when Wembley are looking at 20,000, Ryan. See, this is what you're all. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. You don't know. You don't know. Things are changing like that. We were told nothing was opening until July. Things have now, they brought everything forward to June. None of these shops were opening until July. Now a lot of shops are opening in June. So everything's moving at a lot quicker pace than what they originally said. Martin had a theory, feel like 4 months used to be a gangster. Why? I am on channel. Carl's talking rubbish. I meant on my channel, Havertz and Foden will be a bad midfield. Zero balance. Zero balance? You need to get some money in your account then, Ryan. Shouldn't be having zero balance, mate. What are you going to buy things with? If you've got no money, it's not very good, is it? Right, would you rather have Havertz than Mahrez? Oh, I'm not doing it. Right, guys, I'm going to shoot. Out the door. I like Mahrez. If we get to the FA Cup final, would you be going to Wembley? I don't know, because it's going to be... I don't think I'll get a ticket. But I don't know. I think you'll end up with a ballot. I think that might be the only fairest way of doing it. I don't know. I don't know. And the thing is, I might even be away yet. Because the FA Cup final will be on while I'm away. If I go away. Which at the moment, I am told I'm going away. That's what I'm told. Like I said, my holiday, I can't even move it to next year because that's gone up by £1,500 all of a sudden. Absolute mess. Absolute mess. Riyad Mahrez. Oh, I fell for it. I fell for it. Right, that's a pound. That's a pound in the jar. Take care, Blues. You too, Jack. I had zero balance till lockdown. Yet another reason I'd love another year of lockdown. I wouldn't. Still massive social distancing, Martin. Helen is dealing with all the stores opening on 15th of June. Yeah, no, I know there's social distancing, mate, but there's things where you can't social distance. Told you that. The line of work I'm in, you cannot always social distance. It doesn't work. Especially with children. Say they get hurt. You know. If it's something like putting out... If I've got to put... You know, we've got certain people that have to do jobs. But there we go. Great show, Martin. I really enjoy the Ian show. Thank you, Blue Out. Yes, thank you. That means a lot, buddy. If you have not watched my interview with the great Ian Cheeseman, go and have a look on the channel and watch it. It's less than an hour long. You will love it. He is an absolute superstar. I just want to thank Ian Cheeseman again, of everyone here on Man City Van TV. Myself, Chris, Kiam, and everybody. You were amazing, Ian. And he said he'll come back on again at some point and do some other things here on Man City Van TV. So keep an eye out for that. Tenerife incoming, I know. Let's get on. Anyway, we broke him. I'm not doing it. Maybe next time, Martin. I've done it once. Once. Somebody thought was going to be the best player ever. Not for me. The Spanish foreign minister of stopped Brits going to Spain. She announced this right after Martin said he was still going. Yeah, that's changed again, though. I told you this is changing all the time. And I got told that off the airline today. What about Bona? Because Greece announced it and then they U-turned it. People are just changing. Things are changing daily. Things are changing hourly. This is why I got told by someone I work with, do not read the media because they change everything. Leonard, what about Bona? What about him? You are both superstars. Can you get Pep next? I wish we could. Somebody's king, somebody's love, somebody's life, somebody airways. Martin, I will catch through this again. You've said it around. No, I have not. Scandalous. Scandalous. Something sports. Bain Sports. Bain. Bain. Right, I'm going because you're all trying to be cheeky. Thank you, all of you. I'm going to try and go say thank you to every single one of you. You've been superstars. So from Leonard, Jack Lee, Tom, Chris, Kamal, Leonard, Carl was on earlier, Mingy Wong, Ryan, Blue Art, Ryan Correa, Mark the Blue, Nippon, Sean was on, Leonard's been on, Jack Lee. There's been loads on here. I'm trying to get everyone. Because I like to say thank you to everyone. Eric Groves was on earlier on. Leon's been on. Joe Smith Axe has been on. Yusuf's been on. Carl Blundell's been on. Chris Baker's The Trouble Cause has been on. Andy and Chris have done an amazing job modding for me. Dammy has been on. JT's been on. But yes, if I've missed anyone out, I apologise. It was never my intention. Thank you. I'm not going to go there. What airline are you going on with, Martin? Jet2 at the moment. Great vlog, Martin. Cheers, everyone. Better say my name. Yusuf. Cheers, Martin. Guys, I love you all. Have a great, great day. I think Kian might be live tomorrow with a FIFA stream. I don't know. And obviously then you've got the Friday Night Social Friday. So please go back and watch. There should be another live vlog possibly over the weekend. We don't know yet. Chris, you haven't broke me at all. Bye, Martin. Great video. No problem. Sure. Can't wait for the sun to get its city hat on again. Yeah. Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice? Better than this rain. Great vlog, buddy. You're welcome. I'll no doubt speak to you in a minute because I'm going to prove my point to you. Great vlog, lad. Nice vlog. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. No, you didn't because I said it once. £1. Look, I'll even show it you. Pound. There's the pound I will put in the kitter. And I will send it over on a super chat. Don't you worry. When I get it to like £5, I'll do it. Right. I did not fail. Bye, Blues. He'll get it next time. No, I won't. Guys, love you all. Love you. I'm going to love you and leave you. Have a great evening. Thanks for coming on. You're all superstars. Make sure your notifications set to public and not private. So you know when every time we come on. And you're not late. Because it'd be great if you come all on time. And then you don't have to watch it all back again. But watch it back if you want. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I've noticed we have had quite a few new subscribers over the last few days, and you are brilliant. Thank you. Our subs went a bit quiet for a bit, but now we're going again. They're going up. They're going in the right direction, and that is all because of you. You are superstars. Thank you. Cheers, Martin. Stay safe. I'll go through and leave comments with timestamps for every time somebody's mentioned. What's the pound for? When I said somebody's name. I think you're clever, you lot, don't you? Right, I'm going. Love you all. Take care. As always, up the Blues. See you later.